I got shelves. Finally. I've been meaning to do this for a really long time, and I finally committed to buying a shelf. So for the sake of the fact that I'm still working on the next video and it's not gonna come out for another month because I need to do a bunch of work on it, you will see what it is eventually. I figured I'd look at the shelf because you're gonna be seeing the shelf in the next video and I want to look at the stuff on it. So as you can see on the top is the junk that I couldn't display over there. And this includes my Space Invaders mini arcade that I mentioned in the one video that isn't happening. Oh no, I mentioned this in a video that does exist. Mini arcades is dead, don't ask about it. But yeah, we got Space Invaders. There's no batteries in it because I don't want the batteries exploding while it's on display. This is a neat system because on the inside, I don't think you can see it. But there's actual, glowy things in there, and it actually has a sunken display. It's really cool. NES Classic Edition. It's an NES Classic. I got it retail price. There's a scar on it, and it makes me very mad. It's cool. I like this system a lot. I don't use it much for reasons we'll get into. Both of the Game & Watches, I got these, I got this one on launch day and I got this one Christmas 2020 because stock was still around and I decided to get one. This one's immensely cooler for the simple reason of one, I have a Zelda bias, and two, it has a little Triforce that glows when the system is on. That's kind of neat, isn't it? These stay on display because I don't want to play a Game & Watch. SNES Classic Edition. It has a much bigger scar. This makes me even more angry, but it is also stock and I got it for retail price. I'm very cool and I have no sex. The Astro City Mini, this was going to be in a video, and that video is not happening. This is one of the coolest mini arcades. It does mechanical everything. It's really cool. I recommend you buy one at some point. Moving down, we've got the good old-fashioned, the actual point of the shelf, which are all of my games, manga, CDs, etc. So, going from left to right, we have Ddr Extreme. As you can see, it was cheap at a local game store. It has iToy support. I need to try that. This is the worst version of Ddr Extreme on PS2. The Japanese version is like a direct port from the arcade. I do have a DDR mat. I play this game every once in a while. It was cheap. It's fine. Final Fantasy X I bought because I wanted an RPG. I have played the first hour of this game. It's okay. I'll go back to it eventually when I'm not playing other RPGs, aka Persona 5. But it is a very, very fun game. Gran Turismo 3, this is $5. It's one of the best racing games on the system. You're doing yourself a disservice not buying it. Gran Turismo 4. I like Gran Turismo 3 a little bit more because I think the music is better. That's lame, I know. Both of these games are fantastic. This isn't the original case for it, and the label's kind of got coffee damage or something. The seller sold it to me for cheap and shipped it out quick. Taiko Drum Master. This was in the Taiko video. The case is Tetris Worlds. It was $5. I have no interest in this game. The art style is ugly. 360 stuff. This is probably where the most of my games lie because thank you, Glazed Belmont. We have Burnout Paradise, the best racer on the system. This game is awesome. Black Ops 2. It's Call of Duty. I'm cool with it. Modern Warfare has my favorite story of the COD games and starts off a decent trilogy of stories. It's Call of Duty. Far Cry 3. This game is good. I don't hate it. The only problem with it is it's a Ubisoft open world, and I don't like those that much. Gran Turismo 4, Grand Theft Auto 4, it's fine. Grand Theft Auto 5, it's spectacular. Grid, it's Grid. I'm cool with Grid. I don't think it's bad, I don't think it's great. It's a fine racer, I haven't played the new one yet. Halo 3 is my favorite Halo game, and it's one of the best games Bungie's ever made, and probably their last good one. Reach was okay. Marvel Alliance, Forza Motorsport 2 thing, yeah, that's real. We got Mortal Kombat 9 Complete Edition or whatever, has all the DLC. It's a very good game. I liked 11 more, but it is still good. Namco Museum Virtual Arcade, bought this for a video. It's a bunch of Namco games. You've seen it if you've seen the Namco Museum video that I should take down. Project Gotham Racing 4. I haven't booted this once because I don't know if it's very good or not. I will try it eventually. Verdict is still out. Skyrim. There's a bunch of better ways to play this game. I want to try it for literally just the Kinect support and nothing else. In the orange box, this game is backwards compatible on Xbox One, and I didn't know that until I tried it one night. PS4. I have 2 PS4 games, and one of them doesn't work. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Marvel Spider-Man. I don't use my PS4 much because it needs to have its thermal paste replaced. I will do that eventually. The Xbox One stuff, also fun fact, before I had them on the shelf, I had no idea that PS4 and Xbox cases were the same size. I always thought PS4 was bigger. I own literally 3 physical Xbox One games because the Xbox One is better with Game Pass, and I just play games there. It's Crysis, Doom Slayers Collection, and Halo Master Chief Collection. Switch stuff. Bunch of junk here. We got Fire Emblem Three Houses. I like Awakening more. I'll finish it eventually. Fantastic game. Can't wait for the sequel. I'm playing too many other Zelda games to come back to this one, but I will finish it eventually. It is good. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm not actually holding the camera. Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. This game is garbage. No one will take it from me. It's been a parasite on my shelf since Christmas 2020. I cannot get rid of it. Please, God, someone take it from me. Slightly less parasitic, but still not very good. I played it, enjoyed what I did, and then went and played Omega Ruby instead, and remember that game is, like, infinitely better, and I am not interested in playing it anymore. This game is fun. I don't know. It's not actually helping me work out. I've only ever played the rhythm mode, but it's fun. Nintendo is en route to my house to delete this channel, so hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'm not allowed to own this now, so I should probably, like, burn it. Okay, I don't care. And Super Mario Maker 2. Mario Maker 1 was better. It's not bad. It's not it's the most game on the system, honestly. There are so much worse games on the system than Mario Maker 2. The multiplayer is good, and it's a fun Mario game, and it has fun things, but the building wasn't my thing, and that's why I bought Mario Maker. Okay, moving on to the manga. We're almost done here. 3 volumes of Case Closed, the first one, and the London arc. This is also known as Detective Conan if you use the actual proper name. I like that show, and I like the manga. Chainsaw Man, I only have the first volume. I'm not planning on getting the other volumes. I have finished it. It is fantastic. Can't wait for the anime. JoJo Part 5, Manga Volume 1. I bought this on a whim, and I will get some more because I like the way they look on a shelf. The editing in this volume is subpar. And now we just have the other stuff. Yeah, it's other stuff. We've got a few music CDs, a bunch of cartridges, some extraneous junk. So yeah, from top to bottom here, we just got a bunch of Famicom and Genesis cartridges, mostly Famicom. A couple of EverDrives. We've got a Mega EverDrive X3 and a EverDrive N8 Famicom, because I own a Famicom. We'll get into this. And some other game cartridges for the Famicom, most of which I won't get played because EverDrive, but there's some good ones here. I got Mario 2 USA, I've got Mario 1, 2, 3, Excite Bike, Baseball, oops, wait, that game sucks. Here are my CDs and other related game or music. This disc is broken. I've tried multiple times to get it to work. The FMVs are broken. Video is here. I got video of it. This is my only non-cased PS2 game. It's one of the best sports games on the system. I'm very sad to say. Good album from a good band. And here's just some PS1 stuff. We've got Namco Museum Volume 1, Namco Museum Volume 3, and Final Fantasy 9. Some of the best games in the system, kind of. Final Fantasy 9 is the best Final Fantasy, and the Namco Museums are Namco Museums. And also a random Sega Ages Outrun CD I bought with the Astro City Mini. Finally, for the actual game shelf, there is just garbage. I've got a random N64 game, which is in pretty poor condition. It is a slow game if I ever need to replace a part from another game. A old N64 cartridge bracket, and my RetroTink 2X Mini, which I use to actually play games on a TV that doesn't suck. And finally, we have the actual, console thing that I have set up here, because I felt like it. From here, I'm just gonna talk. We've got an AV Famicom. It's an AV Famicom. The fun part about this system is it has AV out, and the US version, which is the top loader, does not. It only has RF. So I bought one of these for too much money. It's great. I love the system a lot. I think it's very cool. Sega Genesis. I got this thing on Goodwill Auctions, a really good win, for $30, which was very much impressive. Came with a power adapter that didn't work, video cables that didn't work, controllers that worked, and I didn't care. I got everything I needed for that system beforehand. So yeah. It's a very cool system. It's the high-definition graphics TMSS-enabled console, which means the capacitors won't explode, but it also means I can't load 3 games. My tears are... I don't care. I got to play Streets of Rage 2. I finished Streets of Rage 2 on this system. This system is awesome. I love the Sega Genesis. I hate you! This N64, I paid way too much for. It was untested. I got it in. It kind of worked for 30 seconds, and then it didn't, and I think I blew a power supply in troubleshooting. And then I got a power supply from a retro game store Hyperkin thing for $15. I blew that too. It's been a great few weeks with this system. I have a power supply that is tested working coming in. The system currently doesn't turn on. Yeah. I have nothing to say on the matter other than it doesn't turn on right now, and that scares me. But it's fine. The power adapter's coming in. I don't see why it wouldn't work. If it doesn't work, the system's dead and I wasted $150. I'll grab some video of what happens when I turn the system on. It's very sad. PlayStation 2. This is a system that I don't really regret buying, but at the same time, I do regret buying because it was at a retro game store I should not be buying hardware from. It was my old retro game store in my old mall at the old house, and I bought this thing for $250. It was a horrible decision. I should have waited and just bought one for $50 to $70 in exactly the same condition. It's a PS2 Fat, one of the best models you can get. According to most, at least, it has an expansion bay, obviously. This model number here, you can relatively reliably run the free DVD boot exploit, which means you don't have to pay for a free McBoot memory card. And you can also guarantee the DVD drive will actually work for 5 minutes, because they have pretty reliable DVD drives. What sucks about the PlayStation 2 is that I don't use it much. When I do use it, it's usually for Gran Turismo Racer 2, and that's it, because I don't like using it. Just because it's kind of big. On topic of big, I'm going to cut, because I need to get my other system, because I'm just kind of showing stuff off. Wait, there's another shelf! It's self-explanatory. I have some cables in here, some controllers in here. Not all of them are in here. As you can see by the fact that there's a controller right there. I don't organize here. That's not real, you didn't see anything. I have the NES Joy-Con that they released because I thought they were going to become collector's items. Literally a week after I bought them, they went on sale. Also in here currently is the Sega Astro City Mini controller. I don't use this much because I don't use the Astro City much. And I wanted to use it for PC fighting games, but the way it handles inputs is complete garbage. Once again, nothing there. Cables are cables. I think there's Xbox 360 AV cables and some other related junk. I should be having more cables in there, but I don't care. On top of that is a controller. Alright, I'm gonna grab my like one other system of note. I guess if I'm doing this, I can also talk about that. God, this is a really disjointed video. Here's where the syshead's currently at. Syshead update video is coming after the one I'm working on right now. It won't be that good. What's happened is I've replaced the graphics card, RAM. It's currently running Windows 7 as well as XP, and that was a very clean experience. I might wait until I actually run the, I have another thing planned for this computer, but for now, yeah, everything's working with it, so cool. We're gonna actually cut now because I have to get my 360. Yeah! It's an Xbox 360, 250 gig hard drive, slim. It's my 360. This wasn't my original console. I paid $30 for it on Shop Goodwill. I've used many 360s. I've never owned one. So yeah, I decided the time was now. Here's the hard drive. Wow, it's a 360 hard drive. It's kind of hot because I was just using it to play Grid. But it's a pretty good system. It was cheap. It's $30, you know? You know what I'm saying? I've never seen that show. Okay. Now all I have to do is go turn on that piece of shit. Okay, so as stated prior, I have a selection of 2 power supplies. This one is just totally dead, and I don't like putting it into the system because I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera. I probably won't. Yeah, you kind of can't tell, but one of the pins is totally gone. This is the power adapter it came with. It worked for 30 seconds. I don't know what's wrong with it. Either way, I get a whole lot of nothing in the system. Let's see what happens. Starting with the power supply that doesn't, like, you know, make ticking noises. Wow. As you can see, there's supposed to be a light that's turning on. I love this system. And now it's time for a short film called I'm Potentially Sending 12 Volts of Unregulated Power Energy into My Nintendo 64. This is the off-brand one that doesn't like working. Oh shit. I suppose it's not a surprise this thing doesn't work. That was a great Greek tragedy, wasn't it? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the filler video. I'm doing something relating to the Nintendo 3DS. See you then. Bye.